All right, everybody. Team call time for December. Yay! It's December 6th, 2016. We are almost finishing out this year and getting ready to rock 2017. I am so excited. Like, I am more pumped right now than I have been, like, all year, really. Everything's clicking. Like, I started back to really, truly doing a lot of work in November, and it's all kind of coming together right now. And, the team's working hard. So I'm super excited about the way we're going to end the year and then move into next year and make next year super, super strong for everybody. So, first of all, some recognition, Success Club recognition. We had some new names on the list this time, so that's awesome. We've got a lot of new coaches that are jumping on board, so that's great too. So Success Club 10 and higher was Bethany, hit Success Club 10. Success Club between 5 and 10, Suzanne had 9, Stacy had 7, Holly had 6, I had 5, and Bri had 6 also. And then Success Club 1 through 4, we've got Alicia Hetzel, who's one of my new coaches, had 4. Christy Davis had 2. Valerie Morales had 2. Jamie had 2. Jamie Harris. Sarah Keith had 2. And then Elise Zilstra had 1. So that's a lot more names up here for Success Club this month than we've had the last couple of months. So great job, everybody. We're getting back to actually helping people, and getting new customers and getting them started on their journey. So that's awesome. I'm very proud of everybody for that. I just kind of want to talk about a few things that I'm going to be changing up kind of the way that I run things as far as my groups in 2017, and then kind of hit a couple of highlights, and then I'm going to turn it over to Bri because she's got some great content to share with us. She has been a part of this 2%ers group that Christina Delgado is running, and she's just absolutely doing phenomenal. So we're going to turn it over to her in a couple of minutes. But first of all, I've been doing a lot of trainings on running free groups, running challenge groups, things like that. And I'm going to kind of change up the way that I run mine. And then you guys feel free to follow my lead, do the same, or do what you've been doing, like whatever works for you. I just wanted you all to know kind of where I'm going with my groups. So I'm going to run my challenge groups and my free groups kind of similar in that I'm going to keep them as one group. So I'll talk about free groups first. When I do a free group on Facebook, I'm going to have, and I've been doing this for the last month or two, one group that I continuously add people into every single month. When I announce a new free group, they're going into the same group instead of me creating new groups every single month and moving all the people to a new group. What I'm going to do is change the name, change out the cover photo, change the description if it needs to be changed, go in and delete the post from the previous free group, and then kind of start fresh in that same group. So what ends up happening is that all the people that, tend to join free groups, like you kind of tend to have the same core group of people that want to do all your free groups. So you don't have to move them from group to group. They're all in there. And so the next month when you start a free group, you just started in that same group and your people are still in, and then you add new people to it as well. And so people are kind of continuously getting this content that your free groups have to offer. And then from there, you're building relationships, seeing, what other kind of goals they have, seeing how you can help them further past the free group and hopefully get them into a regular challenge group as well. So anyway, that's kind of the system that I've been watching a lot of Zoom calls on and trainings on that seems to be working for a lot of top coaches. So that's what I'm going to try to do. As far as you guys, like any of my coaches, anybody on the team really that wants to be in one of my free groups can certainly be in. But what I'm going to ask is that you guys don't actually add your people to my free group because it's going to be like an ongoing thing for my people. So the way it'll work is like, say Jamie, for instance, say you want to be in my free group just to see what the content is. I'll add you of course, no problems at all. And then you create your own free group or copy and paste the content that I put in it into your group, so that you have your own group running with your people. And kind of, I'm envisioning each coach kind of doing this so that you're running your own little groups, and so that your people are seeing you, as a leader, basically, instead of seeing me all the time. Like, your customers don't need to see me running a group. They need to see you running a group. So that's kind of where I'm going with everything, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, somebody say something or ask questions. And then as far as challenge groups, I'm still undecided as to whether, if I'm going to do one in the Tracker app and one on Facebook, or just go completely app. I'm leaning towards completely app, but either way, I'm still going to have the same kind of concept, whereas I have one main challenge group, at least for the first couple months of the year, and see how big it gets. And then each new month, I'll add in new people, or maybe every couple of weeks, I'll add in new people, depending on how I want to announce challenge groups. And same thing, change the name of the group, change the cover photo and the theme. I'm not going in and deleting posts from a challenge group. That would be way too many. But and then all the same people are in there, and I'm adding new people constantly. So it'll kind of be the same concept. And on that thought with challenge groups, I am working on kind of a big team 30-day challenge group template for all of us to use. So me and a couple other people are kind of brainstorming ideas and trying to come up with like really good content, questions that our challengers ask us all the time, really get people started really strong, and keep them going and hopefully keep them engaged. And then once we finish this big template, this 30-day template for challenge groups, I'll put it in our team page and we'll all have access to it. And then we can use that, if you want to, in your own individual challenge groups. So that's something that I want to be finished with like around Christmas time, so that we all have it for the beginning of the new year. Let's see. Is that all I was going to say about challenge groups? Challenge group wise, as far as who I'm adding to it, I'm going to run my challenge groups for pretty much just me and my customers, and then my brand new coaches. And that's kind of what I would encourage you guys to do as well, because we don't want our brand spanking new coaches to feel like, oh my gosh, they want me to run a whole challenge group on my own. I've never done that, so we don't want them to feel that kind of pressure. Our new coaches need to be in our groups for at least the first 1 or 2 months, until they feel comfortable running their own group. So my group will be my customers and my like brand new coaches. So that's, again, kind of what I'm encouraging everybody to do, for your own little teams. So let's see, any questions on that? Comments, anything? Jamie? Oh, I got to unmute you. Yeah.
So with your challenge group, you're not doing like the new group and then rolling everybody over into an ongoing group anymore?
I don't think so.
You think you're
Because
just
my ongoing group is dead.
Mine is too. It sucks.
Yeah. So I'm just going to keep them all in one challenge group, and just add new people into it every month as the new group starts, and see how it goes. I mean, that's what a lot of the top coaches seem to be doing, and they're saying it's working great. So
you're just changing the theme each month?
Mm-hmm.
Like same people, and then like say every month, today's healthy for the holidays, January's new year, new changes, whatever. So you're just same thing, just kind of new point system starts over, or whatever you decide to do. Or
mm-hmm. If you want to do point system, if I do point system, yeah, that'll start over. A lot of the coaches, we've been talking about this in the wall, which for those of you that are brand new on the team call, the wall is a page that corporate made. It's a Facebook page that corporate made, and it's just for 5 stars and above. So we get a lot of ideas from like, super high ranking top coaches. And one thing that everybody's been talking about in there is with this whole challenge group system and keeping the people in the groups. And they're even using the same 30-day template and repeating it every single month and still getting engagement, because they're saying that, some people check out after week 1. some people make it to week 2 and then never see weeks 3 and 4, you know, or some people miss a couple of days. And so they're, I guess, getting a lot of positive feedback from people that actually like seeing some of these, you know, daily, like, informational kind of posts repeated every month, because they're, I guess, like, absorbing the information more, you know. I mean, they're seeing it multiple times and it's clicking. So, and then maybe at a different point in their journey, you know, maybe month 1 when they saw it, I can't even think of an example right now, but maybe something just didn't click with them. In month 2 it does, you know. So that's kind of what a lot of people are doing. That's what I'm going to.
That's a neat idea, because I've had that struggle with my big group, because it's like, I feel like I have to come up with a whole new template each time, because I don't want the same people to see the same thing, but it's like, they probably don't even remember
Exactly.
what I posted 30 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So,
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Other things I was going to just mention real quick. Well, one kind of announcement too, that it was announced on the National Wake Up Call. What's today? Tuesday. So yesterday's wake up call. Apparently, they are into 2017 doing away with challenge packs being on sale. So the way I understood it is there's no more like monthly challenge pack promotion. So I'm anxious to see what they're going to replace that with. I'm sure there's going to be something, you know, I just don't know what it is. So as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. I've got a call in one of our central region pages. They're doing a call with Carl. I think it's on Friday. And the theme of it was like, stay tuned for what's new or something like that. So I'm hoping there will be some sort of really cool announcement. I don't know, but as soon as I find out anything, I'll let you know. We'll post it in the team page. Surely they got something coming. And I've been hearing rumors again in the wall that something must be coming pretty big to Beachbody On Demand. Don't know what it is yet, but they just kind of keep hinting around at that. And I don't know when it's going to be, but anyway, that leads me to my next topic I wanted to hit on real quick is Beachbody On Demand. We need to really be talking with our challengers and promoting on demand, because I really feel like, especially from things that they handed around at leadership, I feel like things are moving towards digital. Maybe not digital only, but like really stressing everything being digital. There's so much content on there that I don't even ever use, because I never go on demand, honestly. I pop my DVD in and that's it. But there's so much really, really good content on there. And I feel like we really need to be, especially with our challenge pack purchasers, they have a whole free 30 days to try out on demand. We need to be talking to them about that and showing them the value that, you know, is offered in on demand. One of the statistics that they were telling us at leadership was that, and I can't remember the percentage, but there was a really high percentage of people that are club members that stay on Shakeology significantly longer than just customers. I am thinking off the top of my head, it was like 75%, but that totally might not be right. I can't remember, but it was a really high percentage of club members that stay club members that stay on Shakeology so much longer. One, they're getting a little bit of a discount, not as much as the coach, you know, but they're continuously, you know, kind of paying for this on-demand content too. And I feel like they're more engaged in everything versus having their program on their DVDs, doing one round of 21-day fix, and then like disappearing, you know, and you can't get in touch with them anymore. If they stay a member of On Demand, they seem to be interacting more and keeping up with workouts for a longer time. So I think we really need to show people the value in that and teach them what all is on demand. I'm going to make a video. I would kind of encourage you guys to do the same thing as well. Like just to screen share my computer and basically walk through what BOD is and what all the content is and where to find everything and, you know, just kind of how to use it and to be able to put that in our challenge groups and show to new customers, so that they know, because a lot of people, you know, they get their challenge back and they never pull up on demand. Like they never try it out. So that's one thing that I want us to really kind of add a lot more value in for our customers, especially moving into the new year. The other thing is Shakeology. We need to be talking about, you know, truly how it benefits their body more than just saying, hey, it's an easy meal, you know, hey, it's got your vitamins and minerals, hey, it's got your protein, you know, I mean, like we all know it's got that stuff. Like what else does it do for you? You know, I feel like we really need to be talking to our challengers about this. If you haven't made a video kind of explaining some of the benefits, I would highly encourage you to do that and share it with every single challenger. Maybe even put it in your challenge groups, you know, for people to watch. If people don't understand the true value and how much nutrition and like what these superfoods actually do for your body, they don't understand that, they're not going to keep paying for it. They don't value it. So I think that's why so many people have had, you know, a serious problem with retention of Shakeology customers this year. And it's not just, you know, you guys, it's not just me, it's like across the board. I think everybody forgot to really build in that value and talk about the value of Shakeology. And that's why, you know, volume has been so low recently. So that's just going to help with your volume, your commissions, help with everybody's health. You know, they don't realize truly, you know, what Shakeology is doing on a cellular level. If you need more training on it, you guys know that I love Shay Stanford. She's got amazing trainings on Shakeology videos. Go to her YouTube channel. So, and just start watching them, listening to them. They have the Shakeology podcast now. I think it's called Inside Shakeology that Darren talks on. It's amazing. So, you know, educate yourself on the superfoods, not necessarily like all 50 of them, but the general classes and what they do so that you can, you know, talk to your people about it. So, okay. That's enough from me. Those are the main topics that I wanted to hit on, though, because I think that's all just super important going into this new year and helping us to all, you know, build our businesses and help as many people as possible and keep helping them. So instead of just helping them for 1 month and then them going away. So, all right, I am going to turn it over to Bri. Bri is enrolled coach, actually. You've been a coach for, let me unmute you. Hang on. Unmute. There we go. You've been a coach for how long, Bri? Like 9 months or so?
9 months.
9 months, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And in the last, I'd say, month or two, she is like broken out of her shell, stepped out of her comfort zone, and is rocking. I mean, rocking. She started doing her own challenge group. Her and Elise are running one right now, and it is amazing. And she's just gotten so much positive response, building her business, and I'm super excited to see where she's going to go. And so I asked her to share kind of what she's changed and some of her tips with us tonight. So Bri, it is all yours.
Okay, awesome. Hi, everybody. I am super nervous to talk because public speaking is like super nerve-wracking. And I still feel like, to be honest, like a really new coach because I've only been a coach for 9 months. And I'm usually the one looking to all of you guys for support and advice. And so it feels really surreal to be talking about my tips because I feel like I'm finally just hitting the tip of the iceberg and like starting the momentum going. But anyways, I'm excited to give this talk. And like Kim said, she just wants me to talk about what I've been doing that's changed in the past few months. And so I thought I would kind of start by painting a picture of where I was in the beginning of my journey and kind of what happened to go into the last few months that have been going really good. So I joined as a coach in March of 2016. And I don't know if Elise and Stacy know this, but I'm the type of person who like really researches everything. So before I even talked to Elise and told her that I was interested, I looked up 21 Day Fix and I looked up Shakeology, and I knew that she was going to ask me to be a coach at the end of it. And I knew all of that going in. So when I was done with my challenge group, I loved 21 Day Fix and had really great results. And I was like, yeah, I want to be a coach. and I hit the ground running because I knew what I was getting myself into. But it's kind of funny because I hit the ground running in all of the wrong ways. So some of the first things I did as a coach was I built a really big Instagram following. I built a really big blog that has a ton of content on it. But what I didn't do was I didn't really focus on any of the basics. I knew that I wanted to be really big in the Beachbody business, and like that's how I am. I always am like a go-getter and like go above and beyond, but I skipped the basics and was like, okay, I got to do big things if I want to be a big coach. So I was able to hit Success Club my first few months, but that's because when you start as a new coach and you're super excited, it makes everyone else excited, and all of your best friends and your family members are like, yeah, I want to do that too. So it wasn't necessarily because I was doing a good job. It was just because of that excitement and being a new coach. So I hit Success Club for my first 4 months, and I was really excited, and I thought I was doing a really great job. And I was a Success Club starter, so I got a free ticket to Summit and ended up going to Nashville and had a great time and was able to meet the team. And there was just so many amazing coaches there that had so much success, and it was just an awesome experience. But I have to admit that I kind of felt like an imposter when I was there because I was at Success Club 2 at Summit, and I just felt like, I don't know, I felt like such a loser because I was at Success Club 2 and surrounded by all of these amazing coaches that were talking about how they had people lined up to get Country Heat, and I was like, I haven't even been promoting this, and I can't even hit Success Club, and what am I doing with my life? And I think Summit was at the end of July, and so I really pushed really hard the last few days to hit Success Club, but my messages were awful looking back. They were like, oh my gosh, I need to sell challenge packs. Please buy this right now. And so I just was going about it in completely the wrong way. And so I didn't hit Success Club the month of Summit. And then in August, I didn't hit Success Club either. But luckily in August, it was Team Cup, and I was still off of that Summit high. And I decided that I really wanted to change what I was doing so that I would never miss Success Club again. And Kim had started saying that if we invited 5 people a day, she would give us a gift card. And I was like, cool, I want a free gift card. So I started inviting 5 people every day. And I was on a Team Cup with Holly and Bethany and Shelly, and there was one other girl, and I totally forgot her name. But they are awesome, and they were like, Holly rocked it. She got 25 or 30 Success Club points, and Bethany got a ton of points too. And again, I felt like a loser because I had Success Club too, and I just felt like I let my team down, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm inviting people every day and like going back to the basics. So anyways, I went into September, and that's when things started to change for me. So that's when I noticed people from my cold market were starting to approach me, which was crazy. Like people I didn't even know were asking me about what I was doing. And I had a lot more success with selling challenge packs because I went back to the basics and because I started inviting 5 people a day in August for Team Cup. And that's when I kind of realized the power of the 4 vital behaviors and doing everything consistently. Because before I wasn't doing that. I was trying to like bypass the basics and just become big overnight, which is not going to happen. And so I really realized that books like The Slight Edge and The Compound Effect, where they tell you to do little actions over time, it really does work. And there's an analogy in one of the books that says like pumping those old school wells. When you start pumping it at first, nothing's going to happen. And that's kind of what happened to me in July and August. There was nothing. And then after a while, you're going to get a little bit more success. So that was September. And then it just builds and builds and builds. And it doesn't mean there's not going to be hard times. Like for me in November, I hit Success Club 6 right away. And then someone returned a challenge pack unexpectedly from a previous month and took away some of my points. And so it was up until the last day, but I did hit Success Club. And then this month on December 4th, I have already hit it. So it really does build up over time. Let's see. So I basically changed from being inconsistent to consistent, and I allowed myself to be more vulnerable. That's a huge change that I've made. And I decided to work smarter, not harder, in the sense that I'm going back to the basics and not trying to do a ton of crazy projects. And so I'm going to share my screen with you guys to share my top 10 tips of how I did this. 1 second. Okay, so my top 10 tips to rock your business. And this is just my opinion, so Other people might have different opinions, but this is just what has worked for me in the past few months to hit Success Club and feel successful and like I'm finally starting to gain momentum and finally starting to see success in my business. So number 1 is read what you need, and this is talking about personal development. Number 2 is learn how to rock the basics. Number 3 is make yourself a system. Number 4 is be yourself. 5 is asking for help and make sure that that's a give and take relationship. 6 is not caring about what other people think. 7 is following up with every single person who comments or likes your Beachbody posts. 7 is to not give up on people that say no. Actually, I think I'm going out of order. 9 is act like a leader. And 10 is apply, apply, apply. Okay, so number 1, read what you need. This has to do with personal development, and I put it first for a reason, because you can't lead someone unless you work on yourself first. And personal development, I love this part about Beachbody. I think it's the thing that's changed my life the most, because you can literally pick any area of your life where you're struggling and pick a personal development book or YouTube video or audio and apply it, and it can change that area of your life. And if you think about it, we wouldn't have been able to lead people in challenge groups if we wouldn't have done it first and seen the results first. And it's kind of the same thing with your personal development. And so I'm challenging you guys to read with intention. So pick an area of your life where you feel like you need to work on it, or pick an area of your business that you feel like you need to work on, and then find a personal development that matches that and go about it that way. Number 2 is rock the basics. So you're not going to get anywhere without doing the 4 vital behaviors. And this is the mistake I made at the beginning of my business. And for the new coaches on our call, that is invite, 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 which means sending those personal Facebook messages that we all hate to do. Be proof the products work, so doing your workouts and eating clean every day. Personal development, which we talked about, and then recognizing your challengers and coaches every single week. And there's no secret sauce. Like, this is what works. And I know it's kind of hard to hear because it's so easy and simple and we just want like a quick fix, but it's doing the 4 vital behaviors over and over and over again every single day that's going to make us great. And coaches like our top coach, Melanie Mitro, she speaks to this all the time, and she's like, there's not something special that I'm doing. It's just the 4 vital behaviors over and over. You just have to rock your basics. So there's a lot of bells and whistles in Beachbody, and there's a lot of projects you can do. There's so many videos. People are always giving you advice on what to do and what not to do. So I would just suggest putting on your blinders until you can nail down the basics, until you can do inviting, do your workouts and eat clean every single day, do your personal development and recognize people. Don't do any extra projects, and start slow and learn what everything means. So when I was a new coach, I used to think that inviting meant I could send a message that was like, hey, thanks for liking my post. And that was inviting. Like, I don't know why I thought that, but that's just what I thought. And it was ridiculous. And I would count that as an invite and think I was doing a great job. But you really have to learn what the vital behaviors mean. And if you need to ask or watch a YouTube video to explain that, then do it, because you need to nail these down. Make a system. So this is something that's really important to me, especially after I've started sending more invites per day and forming more people every day, because I don't have time. I would love to respond to everyone personally, and you just don't have time, like, once you start getting that many messages. So I've looked back at all of my messages that did work and did result in someone signing up for a challenge pack, and copied that down in a document so then I can copy and paste. And if I had a message that did not work, I analyze it and fix it very quickly so that the next time I talk to someone, it will go better. And I can tell you, when I was a new coach, I used to send messages when someone was interested that was like, oh my gosh, so glad you're interested. 21-day fix is on sale for $140 and it's usually $160 and it's so great. Sign up right now. And that's awful. I can't believe I used to do that. So that's one of the messages that I've analyzed that was like, whoa, that didn't work. And then now it's more of a conversation and asking people about their goals and having multiple back and forths before we even talk about the price or talk about a program. But just making yourself documents of whether it be good conversations that you've had, or like Kim said, videos on meal prepping or Beachbody on demand. If you make yourself a video or documents of these types of conversations, then you won't have to keep reinventing the wheel every time. It'll save you a lot of extra time. Be yourself. So I have found that sharing the things that scare me the most are what get me the best challengers. So I don't know if you guys saw, but the other day I posted a picture of my belly before I started 21 Day Fix and then my belly from a few weeks ago. And I did not want to post that. I was like shaking and I thought people were going to think I was annoying for posting it. So anything that makes your heart beat really fast and gives you really sweaty palms and you're worried about it usually ends up attracting the best challengers because it's something that's really real and really personal, and that's what people connect to. People want to see like your raw, real story. And every time I post something like that where I'm terrified to post it, it always gets the best results. So I would just encourage you to be yourself. Don't copy other people. Use your own words when you post. Asking for help. So this was a hard one for me because I'm really independent and I just want to be able to do things on my own. But I decided that I needed help, and we have so many amazing people on our team that are doing great. So just to name a few people I've asked for help: Jamie, Holly, Kim, Shelly, Stacy, Ashley, Emily, and Jamie O'Rear. Those are all people that I've gone to for one thing or another and just said like, hey, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Can you help me with this thing you're good at? And what I've done in return is I try to find something that I'm good at that I can help them with so that it's a give and take relationship, because it's not a very good feeling when someone keeps coming to you asking for help and then you don't give anything back in return. So that's been really helpful, and everyone has their own different creative ideas, and sometimes when one person says something in a different way, it clicks with you. So ask for help, and no one is hiding their secrets to success in Beachbody, which is really great. Don't care what people think. So this one is really tough, and it's something that I still struggle with. Like I said, the post that I did the other day, I was still worried about what people might think, but I've gotten a little bit better at it. And I've realized there's like this 10-to-1 rule for me. For every one person I annoy or that deletes me on Facebook, there's 10 people that message me and say that I've made their day, or that they love how positive I am, or that they started going to the gym because of my posts. And it's actually more, probably like 20-to-1, but I'm sure it's the same for all of you. And I just had to realize that this is a gift that we're sharing with other people. None of you would be here right now if this wasn't a gift in your life. And so you have to think of it that way and not think that you're annoying people and caring about what they think. Follow up with everyone. So this has been another really big one that's helped with my business a lot. So first you kind of have to learn how to post. And when people told me in the beginning I would have to post 4 to 5 times a day, I was like, no, not doing it. Not going to make my profile public, no way. But it's really true that once you start posting more, and once you start adding people that you may not know and going outside of your comfort zone, it's going to attract more people. And so every time I post something that has to do with Beachbody, which is normally about once a day, I follow up with everyone who likes or comments the post and just say like, hey, thanks for liking my post. It's really awesome to have your support. How are you doing? And you would be amazed at how many people respond to that in a positive way. And a lot of those turn into invites. And especially the people that like and comment on multiple Beachbody posts, you know they're interested, and it makes your power hour really easy because you know who you're going to talk to. Don't give up on the no's. So objections were another really hard one for me, and it's something that I've changed how I do in the last few months. So before, when someone told me no, I was like, okay, great, come find me when you're ready. And that is not a good idea. A lot of times when people say no, it's just a challenge for you. So sometimes if someone ignores you or says no, it's because you didn't do a very good job explaining it and they have no idea what you're asking. So just say like, hey, are you still interested? Did you understand what I was saying? And a lot of times that gets the ball rolling again. And then other times people are going to say, no, I don't have the money right now, or I don't know if I have the time. And this is really your clients asking you to find a solution for them. So it's not them saying like, no, absolutely not, I'm not going to do it. They wouldn't have told you they didn't have the money or time if they weren't looking for you to kind of help them find a solution. And the cool thing is we have a solution for everyone. If someone doesn't have the money, they can do Beachbody on demand for free. So we have something for everyone. And when someone says no, you don't stop talking to them or stop trying. And if somebody does really say, no, this absolutely is not the right time, you can just learn from it and figure out what to do better next time. And I will also say that no's are not forever, because I would say probably 9 out of 10 of my coaches and challengers have told me no multiple times. And one of the people I signed up this month as a discount coach, she ignored me completely, didn't respond to me one time. I've been talking to her since August, and now she said she's ready to sign up, and I really think she's going to be a working coach in the future. So be a leader. Like Kim said, I am an Emerald coach, and I felt like I did not have a lot of say because of that, and I had all these great ideas, but I didn't want to say anything about it because I'm just an Emerald coach and who should listen to me. But then I watched a video that one of the top coaches did, and she said that you should always have a 15-star diamond mentality because people are going to be attracted to you when you're confident and being a leader, and your business is going to grow. And so that's kind of what I started doing. And I thought, like, who cares if I'm an Emerald coach? I can still run my own challenge group and share my ideas and just move forward. So that's kind of what I did. I started running my own challenge group with Elise, and I just realized that everyone in the group is following my example. So I really have to be a leader and on top of my game and doing my nutrition on point and doing my workouts, because they're going to follow what you do. And if you're cheating a lot or forgetting to post or not keeping the energy up, then the same thing is going to happen with your challenge groups. And rocking your challenge groups and producing results is what is going to get you referrals and what is going to keep your challengers engaged and want to become coaches and stay on Shakeology. And since I've started running my own challenge groups, I got referrals, which I've never got before. And people are signing up as coaches and staying on Shakeology. So that's been really good for me. And then the last tip, this one is so important, is to apply, apply, apply. So nothing is going to change for you if you do not apply what you learn. So think about that for a second. If you read 100 personal development books tonight and don't apply a single thing for any of them, it doesn't matter. It's like you did nothing. So you have to go through your one personal development book and highlight what speaks to you and make sure, like, every week or every month to apply one of those things to your life. And take it slow. Don't, like I said, put on your blinders. Don't do a million projects at once. Just do one thing and apply it before you move on to the next thing. Because if you don't apply it, nothing is going to change. And this is something that I was very guilty of before. I would do all the trainings. I went through the entire Coach on Online office, and I didn't remember a lot of it because I didn't apply it. I have a really bad memory, for those of you who don't know. And so I have to apply what I've learned. And now I just focus on one thing, apply it, and then move on. All right, so my challenge for you guys today is, what are you going to do today to rock 2017? I would just encourage you to pick one thing to focus on, maybe in the next week, and then the week after that, add in another thing once you've mastered the first thing. And I know this was a lot of information, so I hope at least one thing kind of spoke to you. And I am going to hand it back over to Kim.
Hey, thank you, Bri. That was awesome. Really, really, really great points. And I love what you said about, I mean, I know you even told me you were super nervous to do this call. You're like, I'm just an Emerald coach. I'm like, yeah, but you've got really great stuff to share. Like, you're rocking it, you know? So it just goes to show it does not matter what rank you are, you know? It totally doesn't matter. What matters is that you're doing the things that Bri's talking about, you know, especially with learning and applying. I think that is one of the most important things that she talked about, because I see, and I'm guilty of it myself too, you know, I listen to some amazing training. I'm like, oh my gosh, all that content is awesome. I've got to do all of it. And then I listen to 3 more trainings and I never do any of it, you know? And I've had so many coaches, you know, on the team that have done the same things. Listen to training after training, and you watch video after video after video. You've watched like the whole Melanie Mitro YouTube library, and you've not done any of it, you know? I mean, I think we're all guilty of it at some level. So I think that is one of the most important tips that you had, actually. I loved all of them, but that one like really, really jumps out. And again, talking about your challenge groups, I feel like once you and Elise started running your own group, I kind of feel like it made you guys, I guess, kind of just really act like more of a leader and see yourself as more of a leader and really be more invested, you know, in the group and in your challengers. I mean, is that kind of how you feel?
Yeah, because before it was really easy to just lean on Kim. Like if I didn't feel like working out that day or forgot to post, oh well, because Kim is running it, and so I could just fall back on that. And now it's like, no, I need to be responsible. And your challengers, like we've talked about, are watching what you're doing, and they're attracted to your posts and your attitude, and they want you to be their leader. No offense to Kim, because you're wonderful, but like Kim's people want her and my people want me, and that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of the same for everybody. And so I think it's great that you guys have been doing that. I know there are multiple of you all that have, you know, kind of in the last month or two really started running your own challenge groups and have seen a really positive response from it. So that's awesome. And that's kind of what I want everybody to transition to, you know, in the new year. Again, not brand spanking new coaches. I don't expect you guys to be able to do that like right off the bat. But, you know, for those of us that have been in this for, you know, more than a couple of months, like it's time to step out of your comfort zone and start really getting invested. I feel like, you know, like Bri said, it keeps you more connected with your challengers, and you really know what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. You realize if they're not checking in, you know, and so you can kind of either call them out on it in the group or send them a personal message and be like, hey, you know, I've noticed you haven't checked in a couple of days. Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? What can I help you with? You know, just give them more one-on-one coaching. You know, that's what they enrolled with you for. That's what they need. If they didn't need your coaching, I mean, they wouldn't be doing this with us, you know? There's so many other ways to get in your exercise that if it was somebody that was already super ambitious and, you know, can just go out and do it on their own, they'd be doing it. They wouldn't be asking us for help. So kind of, you know, remember that and think about that. So, but awesome tips, Bri. I appreciate you doing this. This was like super short notice too. So you did amazing. I took screenshots of all of the PowerPoint slides. So once I get the recording uploaded, I'll put all the photos in there in the team page as well, so that everybody has the whole list and everything. So let's see. We're not quite at an hour. Any questions? I'll just open it up for questions if anybody has anything.
I have a quick question for y'all.
Yeah, there you are.
Well, this is actually for everybody. How many of y'all actually make your Facebook open to public, or do you set up a brand new Facebook page?
Public.
I make my Beachbody post public because I work in healthcare, and I still don't feel super comfortable opening every single thing I post to like my patients and families that might find me. But I definitely make every single Beachbody post or anything I wouldn't mind someone seeing as public.
Okay, because that's what I was wondering, because like, I mean, I'm in the same boat as you, being at the hospital and all, and then of course there's like my personal stuff, like my kid or something. I don't want just complete strangers having access to those photos, you know? Yeah. So
I kind of do it the complete opposite of Bri. I have my page public, but typically when I make a post that has Kinsey in it, you can change it for each individual post, and so I'll change that post to friends only. You know, but like everything else is public because, you know, I don't want to change every single post. So I just leave mine public. And then the ones that have Kinsey's picture, I typically change to friends only, although half the time I forget, but yeah.
That's smart. I feel like that would be easier.
Too. Yeah. Cause that way I don't have to change as many, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I know Suzanne's is public. Do you do the same with Zuri pictures, or? You're on mute.
I mean, like you, I have my page public. If I remember, I remember. If I don't,
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really had any problems with it. I do screen anybody that's following me and delete them and all that, but I typically forget. So I'm public all the way.
Yeah, that is a good point. That's another thing that I do. I don't just randomly accept friend requests from everybody.
No.
Not. If they are, even if there are other Beachbody coaches that aren't on our team, I don't accept them because they can follow me, you know? They don't, like, even if it's Diesel Nation coaches, they don't all need to be my friends because I don't want to run out of friends. You only get 5,000 friends on Facebook. And I'm at like, I don't know, 21, 22, something like that. So if it's a coach on our team, of course I accept it. But other people, like, I screen them. If they've got some weird, funky name, no. They're not going to be my friend. I'm sorry. They're getting request deleted, and they're probably getting blocked too.
I find it impossible for someone to request me and us not have one mutual friend.
Yeah. Usually there's some kind of connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's me, but I forget. I'm public.
Good question though, Rhonda. That was awesome. Any other ones? Shout out to the new coaches on the call. I'm excited to see new faces.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Anybody? Nothing else to say? Add anything? Last call. Good. Alrighty. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. So, hang on. Let me set it up. And then I'll tell you how to smile.
It's going to be -4 here tonight.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, it's snowing right now.
And I'm complaining about like 40. So.
Oh, geez.
We're at like almost 80 today. It's so humid and disgusting.
Oh my gosh. I was mad at my mom and dad yesterday morning. It was like 30 something here, and they're in tank tops getting ready to go ride bikes. I was like, what? Not cool.
I know I bought these cute Christmas clothes for my daughter, and like going to our group this morning, I was like, and we're not wearing Christmas clothes.
Where are you at, Ashley?
Sleeves off.
I'm down in by Orlando.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bethany will be jealous. She's been complaining about the cold weather.
No, she doesn't.
My Christmas shirts are short sleeve.
Oh goodness. All right, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Missouri sneak in with a cat. You sure did.
Of course you did.
Love it.
Alrighty. My other cat has lipstick on now.
Do what?
She put lipstick on the cat while Bri was talking. Anyway.
And the other cat.
Okay. Sorry. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Great to see everybody. Thank y'all for jumping on, and I'll get the recording up as soon as I can and post Bri's pictures. Thanks, Bri.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.